What's good? You rocking with your boy CzxTentacion, all rights reserved. Just wanted to let y'all know I'm still in the building. We still got things planned up. We're just working on a lot of different things. Number one of the things I'm working on is getting more, let's say, inclined to big business and how that works. The things I have to do in order to make sense out of it. Also, what I'm trying to do with the CommenterNation goals. I'm gonna tell you right now, everybody who's Patreon, once I work through these sponsorships, off the rip, everybody who's my Patreon, you are shareholders in my mind. Now, I'll explain more about what that means as we get into the next series and stuff, and I'm talking to them, but they're shareholders. I got a new series coming up, and I'm working on sponsorships, contacting, and getting to know people. Don't always play your hands. Don't always play your hand before you actually know and have any case deals or know exactly what's happening. I want to show them some of my work. So a lot of y'all that's here, show people some of my work. We're currently working on sponsorships with companies. Part of what we're going to do in a sponsorship packet, I have it together. Everything's created. It's not only advertising your product or whatever you have here, but it's going to be putting you on social media like LinkedIn. On LinkedIn, I have over, what was it, 5,500 followers. And out of the 5,500 followers, 94% get all of my notifications. So I'm working with that as far as your advertising. LinkedIn is the business advertising. I'll have things made for you. I also have the marketing plan down on how I'm going to advertise your product depending on the type of product you have. So right now we're working with sponsors and things. For this new show, I want to have banners of different companies in the background too. While we discuss things, I let you guys call in, speak freely, but you will be limited to the things you're saying. When I look over what they want out of the contract and what they don't want mentioned, we'd work on that. I have those things set up. So again, a lot of business happening on the backside. One thing I want to put in the September case. Now, I got to get this confirmed, but allegedly someone's telling me certain parts of the case have been pushed back again. And I told you, remember, I told you what's going to happen if the cases go through, but I'm telling you the reasoning behind pushing things back because of the way the information was delivered, because of how the investigation went down. Simple and plain. There's no two ways about that. It's no myth. It's no mystery. It makes sense. And that's something that I spoke on. So that's not new. Another thing I want to put out there, everybody who's watching, whether you're business related or whatever, hit me up, CZARR _. That's the little line under, all rights reserved, one word, if you want to be added to the list of sponsors we're already speaking with. I don't know yet. I haven't retrieved that information from some of my target influencers and people I speak with. We're accepting all people right now, and we're trying to figure out which branding will look best behind what we have coming forward. Again, I'm not just jumping into something that's not beneficial, and there has to be certain numbers that come to the table that make sense, especially for the work I've put in for different things I've done already to date. I made of my media. There's a process that goes into sponsorships. They're not easy, but again, when you have a good amount of people that are worthwhile, that's what makes it make sense. I'm looking for what makes sense. That's how business works. So I want everybody who's watching, sometimes I have sponsors watching. If you're watching, get in touch with me. Email wise, you can hit me up on CZARR faith and focus at mail.com. A lot of people said Gmail. It's mail.com. I'm on mail.com. So you can hit me up there. But I prefer you to hit me up on IG, so I know you want to email me things. A lot of people can attest to that's how I like doing business. So if you hit me up on mail.com, we could conversate more. The September case, as far as it goes, someone's telling me a new date has been made in January. I have not confirmed it. And I don't know if that affects the November case. Remember, there was two different sets of names. What I do know is in our investigation as we're going forward, There's a lot of stuff that's planning out to something else, numerically and other things. So I'm continuing to look. And again, with the new series and the way it's going to develop, I want advertisement number one. Also, for artists and other people who want to advertise, hit me up on Instagram, CZARR _ all rights reserved, so we can chop it up some and I can figure out where you fit into it. That would be playing music and stuff. There are a few people that I already have scheduled that I'm going to be trying to play their music and things. So shout out to y'all for being patient and stuff. Shout out to Jersey. Shout out to my home, Pennsylvania, everybody around. Shout out to both of y'all because y'all make a difference and y'all stuck with me. So I'm going to hold y'all down too. I got a lot of love from both of those places. A lot of love. And I really do respect it. All of y'all. Everybody reaching out. It definitely does make my day, and it makes the unit stronger. It makes us more acclimated. But right now we're working to try and find sponsors to be available from when I go live, because those are a lot of the things. It's why I haven't done a lot of things, because there needs to be certain respects put into your time. Your time is one of the most valuable things, so you have to make it worthwhile. And we bring a platform that not only entertains, not only involves other people, but that can bring in a younger crowd for people to see what's going on, and a crowd that actually interacts, that actually purchases. These are the things that we've been doing with research. You know, here's the good thing about my crowd. Even though it hasn't been thousands and thousands, I have an interactive crowd. We have trolls here and there, and I address them, but we have a strong interactive crowd, and that's what I'm looking to do. I've also built my prestige in a business sense, dealing with the whole fact that in LinkedIn, my prowess is built. I have about 185 different occupations, and in each occupation I have hundreds of followers. So that's what I put the information they give me before. I built strategically. I've done it strategic. A lot of people like to rush success. I've definitely simmered it. Oosh, I don't know what that was. Hold on. I definitely simmered it and stayed very calm, was very unique with it. And with my style, I didn't rush anything of the nature. I think I just got stung probably. I didn't rush anything. I basically stayed calm and I stayed patient. So that's the key to doing different things. What we're talking about is the series I have coming up and how we kind of want to do this. We don't want to do it haphazardly. We want to do it in a way where it amends to our type of business, the type of things we really want to do in the long run. So I just been patient that way, and I want people to know that, you know, we're looking to do great things, and we don't want to be haphazard with it. So if you're a sponsor or something, hit me up behind the scenes on Instagram, CZARR _ all rights reserved. And I want everybody to hit me up. I'll give you my email. We could talk business. Going into the show, we want sponsors, and we want people that are diligent and that want to rock with the team. So I want you to let me know what's going on and let me know where your thoughts are. So anyone that is down with it, let me know. Hit me up. I always give my information down below, and we could talk things. And to all my people on Patreon and DJ Baby, you can also contact me here. If that's how you want to talk, you're able to contact me here. I'll give you a way that you can actually communicate with me if you'd like to. It's up to you. And I want everyone to know about the different things we have going forward. There's a lot of business we're planning, a lot of different things we want to do. So I don't want you guys to stay out of the loop. I want y'all to be in the loop. And on patreon.com / all rights reserved. To be real, I put in time. I have 3 uploads on Patreon right now, talking in detail. about what it is that I had. So shout out to everyone on the Patreon. Y'all could go over and watch those 3 videos. I explained different things. I actually came exclusively here on live to explain what it is we're doing, so everyone sees, being transparent, but information that's pertinent. I definitely broke that down on my Patreon. So become a Patreon member and you can go over and check that information out. It's nothing much. If it's $5 or $10 a month, that's not much. You guys spend more on many various things, you know what I mean? So you could go to the store and spend just $8.50 on getting a pack of cigarettes or something. So that's why I made it that low, that the men's aren't crazy. I'm not demanding, and it's only fair for the time that YouTubers put in, because YouTube, on, let's say YouTubers of my caliber coming up, how I speak on it, they attack me a certain way, and they don't allow a certain amount of views. If you go back and look, this is documented. Go back and look at the viewership I built and tell me they didn't dumb down my views to the levels of most of these guys that they've never had without a hand in their pocket or help. I did this from the bottom, from watching and learning from some of the greats. These other guys need people around in order for them to succeed. I never did that type of stuff. I never did that. I never used people I didn't even go on other platforms for a while. I was introduced through major platforms on how I spoke, but I kept the energy going. I never fell back. I kept pushing forward. So these guys fall back, come back with an excuse. And this is one of the first times you haven't seen consistency on the uploads, and I'm telling you why. That's ultimately what I'm telling you, because we're basically pacing ourselves to run a marathon now. So I was running full speed for a long time. Then I paced myself for the marathon, which means in order for me to put out drastic, consistent, hardcore content that I want to, you have to build the respects and worth around your business. I know you're looking at me now like, oh, you know, I almost got 1 million views total. But even with that said, one thing that has to be understood is dealing with this business and how I've done this channel. If you check it, not even the views that I began and had before I did this series, I definitely bring hits. That's what I do as far as an entertainer does. You know, there's certain things I know about myself, certain things I had to understand, and I became more business inclined. You wouldn't even understand on LinkedIn, I have way over the amount of subscribers than anyone who I've seen that is a YouTuber. I do. I have that many followers and stuff I'm connected to, and that's what I offer for my sponsorships. You'll be shown to businesses. I can show them the multiple businesses that search me up weekly, to the point where the marketing aspect, allegedly, because I didn't go checking for it, I don't do that, got a mention on me by Forbes because of the level of marketing, because of the grade of marketing I put in. Yes. And you know, I don't get a big head. I just put in work. I never got a big head about doing stuff. That's why I don't go searching it and different things. It is what it is. I stay focused on the goal. Always stay focused on the mission. And the mission is to get solid sponsors, so there's certain things I can switch up and certain things I can allow. A lot of people mess with business because I did this series. That's what y'all got to understand. That's why I went Patreon. Because if they really care about the content, they'll be Patreon. Or even if they just want to see what's going on, they'll be Patreon. But if they're just here to cause some type of chaos because they have the time, they're not going to Patreon. They're going to come here to cause the chaos. You see the difference? If they really don't support you, they're not going to support you. And I want all of them away. I want supporters. I don't want the time wasters away. You could kick rocks and waste time with people around you. Don't do it around me. Because that's not what my business was set up for. You didn't show up till I did this series. Kick rocks. Bottom line. I'm not going to play with it. I'm not going to play with them. I don't move that way. I don't condone that. And I don't do that to others. I even troll. Everybody trolls. But it gets to a level where you're trolling, trying to mess with business. Then we got issues. And that's what some people did, and they can keep that. And I'm going to always remember that. You see, even though you do what you do, we remember and we have progression. I'm never forgetting that type of stuff you did. And I'm sorry if business feels that way about what I do, how I do, and they can't see intricately by it. They got to be behind you. If you're going to be linked to a business, the business has to be behind you. And those things need to be understood up front. Like, I can't help who has an issue with the entertainment and the way I do things. It's been being done before anybody was doing anything. I've been on my mission. You either got to be with it or you're not. Because you got to, number one, know your worth. Know your worth. As a young man growing up, educated, everything, know your worth. A lot of people don't know their worth. They put their worth on others and other things. I put my worth on me, period. And what I could bring. And the type of shareholders via most of the Patreon members who will want to be a part of it are going to be a part of it. I'm not going to play around with it. You've seen a lot of play. I don't do that play. Especially when it comes to me taking care of family, doing different things. I take it serious. So we're going to ramp up and go to the next level. I had a dream and I foresee amazing things. I foresee it. The insight I have on it is crazy. That's why I gauge myself to run the marathon, not the moment. A lot of these YouTubers just last for the moment. They do things for the moment. You see them, then they're gone. I never gave you that. I always expanded upon what it is that I brought to the table, and you see it every single time. You always see the progression, and that's the purpose of it. I'll make sure you always see the progression, because that's what it's about. A lot of these guys can't see the progression, because all they want to see is the moment. We don't do momentary money. We do the long term. That's why I'm looking for long-term sponsors. And there's other business I have that I'm able to do, like basically running advertisements to their areas, doing different things through online means, and bringing a different level of email and other notification to them. The topic, honestly, I use from one of the greatest moguls, again, that has ever touched media. And I'll always give the credit, because I learned so much watching them, from watching Star in the Morning, Star is Live, Star Live and Direct, anything dealing with that. One of the greatest moguls. See it like this. It's the style of no styles. There's no crazy style. You can't just look at the topic and define what I'm going to speak about. Yes, you're going to hear it spoken, but there's so many other things to speak about to just focus on one topic. Time's limited. So there's so much you can bring into one topic to make the entertainment and understanding. What I told you was I need to find out if the September case was pushed back. That's what I'm being told. Because again, it's not televised. They're not showing the case. There's reasons. And I told you what I thought the reasons were. I'll get more specific in the near future. But for now, I need to confirm this. Okay? The other thing I came to you and spoke about, which was very simple, nothing crazy, was that we're working on sponsorships. With the new series I'm bringing forward, I'm looking for sponsors. We have a list of sponsors we're in contact with. I'm looking for more on top of that to see if individuals want to get information out there. I told you I'm on LinkedIn, TheCzarr Rights Reserve on LinkedIn, with nearly 6,000 plus followers. With 94, let me give a range. It's about 92 to 95% of the audience actually following me. As far as my favorite X song, I would have to say it's either F Love or the one with Matty Ox. I'm trying to think of the name of that song where he's like, get money, yeah, yeah, get money, yeah, yeah. Ooh, ooh, that joint. I like that joint. I thought, why you wanna sex on my crew? I like that joint. That joint was fire. I thought that one was decent. But yeah, dealing with the whole situation, you know, there's a lot of stuff behind the scenes. And I told y'all, there's people that made personal phone calls to mess with business of the past, which they didn't really mess with it. All they did was expose themselves, because that person let us know, like, look, this person hit us up. And it's a lie because I have that many more people that can confirm that what you said wasn't true. That's what I want y'all to know. That's why we work through Patreon. That's why we do other things. Not only is the YouTube angle getting funny at times, but we have people that's literally reaching to mess up business. Like it involves them. Like it has something to do with them. But they don't want their business messed up. Oh no. If their business messed up, they're furious. But they want to do other things. And you reap what you sow. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm not harping on it. There's certain angles and positions that can be taken later to deal with them. But that's why I'm focused on what I do business-wise. I'm not focused on other people. Every time I take time to focus on other people, that's when you miss what your blessings are. I don't do that. And my goal is for my Patreon members to become solid shareholders in whatever venture I take. So that's another topic I'm going to address with Patreon behind the scenes, because I'll talk to the Patreon members. So again, you can get linked up with Patreon, future implications of things to come. The business won't stop. We'll keep putting in work. We are going to win in our way. We bring a lot to the table. Me alone with the references, all business on LinkedIn. And a lot of them, I'm not saying all of them I know, but I can tell you a lot of them I do. A lot of the people that I'm working with the Patreon angle, I do know. So that's another thing. A lot of the people with the LinkedIn angle, I know. Business professionally, I know. So that's something else. And we're working on that different thing. And I want to get to know more people. And I'm going to be a foot to their business, do different things so we can have business growth, ideologies, different things. The same way I work with YouTube, I can work with their business. I have an indirect and a direct method, and that's something that I'll speak about with them. But dealing with that, it's all about progression. CzxxTentacion Rights Reserve is about progression of humanity. The progression of your rights maintained. The progression of what's rightful to you, you gain. It's a method, it's a mindset, it's an outcome. We don't take it lightly. There's many different angles to it. There's many different things that are affluent to this. And we hold it at a high esteem. So don't ever think it like something simple. It's never something simple. So I just wanted to put that out there. But I plan to get back to everyone. Patreon, enjoy the 3 hits I gave y'all today. And I wanted y'all to know that dealing with that, just leave your comments and opinions below. I thought it was very interesting. Let me know what you thought was interesting about it. And you guys, again, if you want the detailed videos, you got to go over to Patreon. That's the only way I'm going to give the detailed videos. So moving forward, I look forward to seeing everybody. Let me know in the details if anyone hears anything about the January thing. I'm going to have someone try and update me on the case to go for what they can find. And we're going to go from there. But you know how I rock. Your favorite rappers time, your favorite movie stars time, your favorite time. All rights reserved.